Time now for At the Market from Neiman's Family Market in St. Clair. At the Market is brought to you by CTV Community TV of Marine City and St. Clair, Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank, St. John's River District Hospital, and the Coast Guard Cutter Bramble, where tours are now available. Now let's join our host for this week's At the Market.
Hello everyone and welcome to Neiman's at the Market. My name is Martha Collins. I'm the general manager at the River Crab Restaurant in St. Clair. And today I have with me my chef, Scott Schneider. Yay, Chef Scott Schneider. And we are gonna go through and make gazpacho, one of our signature cool, cold summer soups for us. And right afterwards, we are gonna be hosting St. John's River District Hospital. So we're looking forward to you and we will be right back.
Challenge the clock. Challenge trends. Challenge gravity. Challenge expectations. Challenge world records. Challenge the culture and the future. Challenge banking. We challenge ourselves to be curious about ideas that make banking better. We're Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
Okay, and welcome back everyone. And today, as I said, we have Chef Scott Schneider from the River Crab, and we are gonna make one of our summer signature soups, which is our homemade gazpacho. So Chef Scott, we'll start off with, we do fresh cucumbers, and we just, for the sake of time, we did cut it, but we do cut all our, hand cut all of our ingredients. So for this batch, we do 6 of your fresh cucumbers peeled and diced into 1/4 inch cubes.
Forgot the gloves.
Oh, wait a minute, that's what we like, always safety first. Thank you, Scott. And then after we do the cucumbers peeled, we go ahead and do our green bell peppers, also cut into 1/4 inch cubes, and we do 1.5 pounds of that. Then we do 2.5 pounds of our Spanish onions, also chopped to 1.25 cube. Then we do 2 ounces of our fresh garlic puree. Then we do 2 ounces.
I'll do these 2 last.
Okay, and so
juice.
then we add in tomato juice.
That'd be a mess.
That'd be a mess.
It's 46 ounce.
And that's
can.
a 46 ounce can of tomato juice. Then we take Italian dressing.
Wishbone.
And it has to be, if you want yours to taste just like ours, you have to use wishbone Italian dressing. Doing any other type of dressing will change the whole flavor of the gazpacho. Then once you get that, then you take your whole tomatoes, canned whole tomatoes, and you use gloved hands and you squish the tomatoes into like almost like a fine puree mash. And because you still want the
You
gazpacho.
get small pieces.
You want still to have chunks, pieces into it to make that. So while Scott's
Probably half
going,
inch.
Yeah, about half inch. So while Scott's going ahead, Chef Scott's going ahead there and smashing with tomatoes, we would like to invite all of you out to join us on our Wednesday nights for our live entertainment out on the deck. It's every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The next couple weeks we do our featuring the Sun Messengers. We have a special 4th of July news with the Bugs Beto. And then later on in July, we have our own homegrown Dave Lenarski and the Rivertown Gents. Yay for Dave Lenarski and the Rivertown Gents. And we do ask that you do try to make reservations for that because seating is limited. We have a full menu as well as bar available for you at that time. Also, we're still doing our Huron Lady Cruises. You do board up in Port Huron at Desmond Landing, They will start every Monday and Tuesday at the first week of July, running all the way through August, doing Mondays and Tuesdays, and then in September we go back to one a week on Mondays. But just call the River Crab at 810-329-2261, and there we'll be able to book your reservations for you and mail you out your tickets. So how are we doing on all that squishing and mushing
Almost
there,
there.
Scott? Almost
Just got
there.
the last couple on the bottom I
Yep.
missed.
But it is really important that you don't want to put this in a food processor or anything, because then it purees it too much, and you almost want it to be like a chunky salsa. And I often said that if you do drain a little of the tomato sauce off of this gazpacho is probably the best salsa you'll ever eat in your life. I always, when I bring some of this home, I drain off a little bit of the tomato juice and then come up here at Neiman's and grab some of their blue corn chips and use it as a salsa dip, and it's just wonderful, especially to entertain friends and family for the summer.
Put cilantro in it.
And put a little cilantro in it, and there you go. So we're going to take that, and we're going to pour in now the squished tomatoes, and go a little slow, otherwise you'll be wearing squished tomatoes on yourself. And then what we do is we take a whisk to incorporate them all together.
Okay.
You want to put
Didn't
the salt
think that
and pepper?
through very well.
Yep. And then once you get that going, and seriously, it's just a smooth marrying of all of the onion and the green pepper and the cucumber with the tomato. And then once you get it nice and incorporated together, then you add your fresh parsley, which we use Italian parsley, which is available here at Neiman's. And then we add our black pepper, which is a table grind, as you don't want, to put
Kosher
too
salt,
awfully much.
too. Kosher salt here, too.
And a little kosher salt. And really be careful with that kosher salt, because if you put too much salt in this, the fresh vegetables really seem to absorb it and hold it. So once we get this mixed up, we have, and it's a little bit difficult when you're doing little servings here, but what we do is we serve them. Soup portion is 6 ounces at work, but for here, 8 ounces, excuse me. But we're going to have samples here, 4-ounce samples here, and we put a dollop of sour cream and croutons in it, and that is our summer feature of the chilled gazpacho, which is, once again, a chilled vegetable garden soup that originated in Spain. So, that's it. Best soup you'll have all summer long. Thank you, and we're back to you.
Sometimes asking for help is the hardest thing you can do, but it is the most important step toward recovery. St. Clair County Community Mental Health provides publicly funded mental health services for adults and children with mental illnesses, developmental disabilities, substance use disorders, or serious emotional disturbances. Call the Access Line toll-free at 888-225-4447, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. St. Clair County Community Mental Health, promoting opportunities for discovery and recovery.
The retired United States Coast Guard cutter Bramble is now open for tours 7 days a week. Docked at the Port Huron Seaway Terminal Bean Dock, the U.S. Coast Guard Bramble has tours daily from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. General admission gives you basic access to the ship, $8 for adults, $6 for seniors and under 18. The Commandant's Gold Pass gives you a historical, full-access guided tour, $12 for adults, $10 for seniors and under 18. Don't miss the Bramble's special Memorial Day Remembrance coming up the end of May. Come tour the White Portuguese as seen in the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice movie, delivering the kryptonite.
And welcome back. Today we are with Denise Martin and Chris Tremblay from St. John's River District Hospital, and they are going to go ahead and walk us through making delicious fish tacos. Yum. And we'll be right back in one moment to start the cooking procedure.
At St. John Providence, we believe it's important to have things you can depend on, like knowing you and your family have access to high-quality care whenever you need it. That's why our nearly 1,000 primary care doctors offer same-day appointments, and why so many of them are available nights and weekends, which means that no matter where you are in Southeast Michigan, you're never far from care that focuses on the entire person, body, mind, and spirit. St. John Providence. Believe in better.
Okay, and welcome back. And as I said, I have Denise Martin and Chris from the St. John's River District Hospital. And ladies, why don't you let us know what you are preparing for us today?
All right, today we're doing a fish taco with cilantro slaw. It's something that we do serve at the River District cafeteria every couple of weeks, something light and summery, something a little bit different, and something great for summer. So you're gonna start off with 1 pound and a pound and a half of green cabbage. And then you're gonna add in 1.5 of finely diced red onion. Got it?
How late is your cafeteria? Like, what are your hours of your cafeteria?
We open at 7:30 in the morning till 10:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday for breakfast service. Then
Okay.
we close down to transition to lunch. We reopen for lunch service at 11:30, and we're open till 1:30 for lunch, Monday, all 7 days a week. Or,
Okay.
Excuse me, 1 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
We just added 1.5 julienne red peppers to our coleslaw mix, and then we also open for dinner service Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 6:45
Now,
in the evenings.
I know this sounds like a dumb question, but I've always wanted to know this. Say that like I'm just like by myself and I'm really hungry and I want to go where there's a good snack and good. Even though I don't have someone I'm seeing, can I still walk in there?
Yes.
Yes.
The public is welcome to come in and enjoy our food at any time.
And that's what I wanted to know, because like before you always sort of like feel like you have to know someone at the hospital.
not at
or
all.
Or you're just coming down to get a quick meal. But you know what? Hospital food is excellent.
Hospital food has transitioned a lot even with myself only being in food service with the hospital for 11 years. The transition from hospital food to what we serve now has improved tremendously. Everything is from scratch. Everything is made fresh every day. So it's not like the per se hospital food that you think of when you hear hospital food. It's nothing like it was.
Oh yeah, because
a long
before
time
you could
ago.
never use oil or you could never use salt and
Right.
everything was just bland and you might as well just eat the same thing because it didn't taste like anything.
Exactly.
This looks really
Okay,
good.
now she just added about probably 1.5 cups of cilantro. That's something that's more of like a two-taste type thing. It's a love or hate with cilantro, I think, with people. And then she also added 3 tablespoons of orange juice. And you are going to add, what is that, the sugar or the salt? This is, oh, that's salt. About a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt.
There's the sugar.
All right, and then you add 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. And now this is just for the cilantro coleslaw that goes with the fish.
Does she want this?
And then,
vinegar?
yep, the rice vinegar. We have 1 1/3 cup, or 1/3 cup and 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. That's for the fish.
Tacos.
Yep. And then pepper to taste. If I don't dump it all in there first.
Hey, but you know what? When I was just like helping them pass some of these little measuring cups over there to them, and I'm like, really, cayenne pepper? Like, I'm impressed with that. Because I would never expect like cayenne pepper, something spicy and nice, and because I love cayenne pepper, I love spicy food. So
And
you know, what?
again, it's a two-taste thing. You can use ancho chili powder. You can
Yep.
use the cayenne pepper, paprika. It's more two-taste. If you like it spicier, you use less, or just
Right.
use paprika. If you like the spicier, then use the ancho chili powder or the cayenne pepper. So, and then you just mix the cilantro together. It's supposed to marinate for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna start as the fish is cooking. You can also cook the fish as you're doing this. Or you can, the longer this sits, the better it is. I mean, it says 15 minutes, but like anything, like just with any other thing,
Right.
the longer it marinades, the better off
well,
it
that was
tastes.
just like last week we had the chef from the River Crab there,
Okay.
and he made his gazpacho, right there. And like we said, whenever you can allow something to marinate, the longer, an hour, 2 hours, it helps blend the flavors and marry the flavors and get them to pop.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing, but that does look delicious, I might add. I could just get a spoon and just start eating it.
I do.
I
I
do,
do.
you
I
know.
do. There's another one that I do that on.
Yeah.
We have a dragon burger that we serve also there that's got a hot spicy slaw on it, and that's I like just eat the slaw by itself.
Oh,
So.
now what's a dragon burger?
It is a chipotle black bean burger, vegetarian burger on a whole wheat bun with lettuce, tomato, and then it's got the dragon slaw, which is where the spice comes from. And that is like one of the more popular items that we sell in the cafeteria also. So.
And it does sound healthy. My body would probably reject it immediately, but you know, I certainly
Yep.
would.
And
I
then
like
to
to
season
try
your
it.
fish to taste.
Now, what type of fish do you use,
This
Chris?
is tilapia.
Tilapia?
Yep.
Okay.
A-
Tilapia makes 2 tacos.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was that on the ounce?
It's
One-
like
it's
three.
like
It's
3 ounce.
3
Okay.
ounces servings
Okay.
for 2 tacos. So, but
That's pretty generous.
yeah, we try. We try.
I know where I'm eating dinner at from now on. I was gonna tell my friends, you know, can we slip a flask in there? No
No.
flask. No flask slipping at the.
Unfortunately, no.
No.
And then as this cooks, you obviously cook it to the temperature that fish needs to be at. And you can chop it, or you can just divide it in half, cut it in half, and then put it on your taco. We don't serve it with sour cream or salsa because it's not traditional for a fish taco. Some people do ask for it, so we try to do what we can for those that want a little extra to go with their fish tacos. So.
Now, are you and Chris the head chefs now at River District, or?
Chris does primarily our evening cooking full time at River District, and then we have a morning cook. We have a couple relief cooks. I am still a cook there, but unfortunately or unfortunately, I don't know how you want to look at it. I don't cook as often as I did. I'm more as an as need, and I do a little more work behind the lines. You know, doing some other ordering and whatnot like that. So.
Yeah.
Figuring out our menus.
Figuring
And
out?
I've been working.
That's what I was gonna say. Who does menu design?
I've taken a crash course on how to create new menus. So hopefully we're working on that, and we can start bringing some more new and exciting items to the public and to the staff at the hospital.
That is wonderful. So now, do you also then, I mean, I know this sounds stupid, but do you also then this food is something that a patient could get to their room? Or?
They can if it's allowed within their
With doctors.
dietary, but typically something that's spicy they don't like to have, or something with cabbage that's kind of like eh. But if family members are more than welcome to come down, they can even call down and say, hey, you know, I want to eat in the room, can I have it delivered? And we will take whatever they want from cafeteria menu, and we will serve it up to the patient's room if they're unable to leave the patient at the time. So.
Wow, that's really a nice service. And like I said, I mean, when you said that we were going to have fish tacos from the cafeteria, I'm like, really?
I know a lot of people are like, fish tacos, and I kind of had the same thought at first, but you know what? These are actually one of my favorite things that we serve in the cafeteria.
Oh no, I love fish tacos. Don't get me wrong, but it's just funny to hear those type of things being associated with
a hospital.
food,
Yep, and
yeah.
it's not the everyday mashed potatoes and meatloaf, and you know, we do serve. And we have every day we have the hamburgers, the hot dogs, French fries, tenders, always the comfort foodie stuff. But every day we have our regular menu, and then we try to put something in every day.
How often do you change out your menu?
We try to do it, you know, like every 3 to 4 months. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer, but we do try to do it seasonally.
Seasonally?
So
Perfect.
right now we're doing more spring and summer, and then as the summer's progressing, we're taking out some of the more spring type stuff and then trying to add more of the summer. So that way we're trying to buy local, trying to...
Well, yes, 'cause especially with the farmers
sustainable.
markets coming up.
Exactly. We're trying to buy more local products and trying to keep it seasonal. So there has been a lot more changes with the menu. You'll notice it's not always just the same thing all the time. We try to add new items in regularly. So
yeah, because it's an ever-changing population that we're always trying to feed.
It is.
Yeah, I can't remember when the St. Clair and the, because I know we do 2 markets here in St. Clair. I know there's one's on Wednesday in the mall, and then we have one on, I think it's Thursday on Pine Shores. And I tell you, I've been to both of them, and they're both wonderful. All right, well, I think she's, our little chef Chris there is ready to start putting together this fish taco.
Get this open for you.
Looks delicious. It actually does.
And then we just serve these on a 6-inch flour tortilla, but that's also, again, if you want to pull one out. Personal preference, you can use the corn tortillas as opposed to the flour tortillas. And then you serve this up. And then I have more meat over there on the hot thing. Woo-hoo. We didn't come with plates, so we're going to do this.
That's all right. And there you go.
We have a fish
Delicious
taco.
fish taco from St. John's River District Hospital, prepared by Chef Chris Trombley and narrated by Denise Martin. Ladies, thank you both very, very much for joining us today, and we'll be back.
You've been watching At the Market from Neiman's Family Market in St. Clair. At the Market is brought to you by CTV Community TV of Marine City and St. Clair. Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank. St. John's River District Hospital. And the Coast Guard Cutter Bramble, where tours are now available. Join us again soon for another At the Market.